Man's birth is God, God's birth is man. Merry Christmas to you. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. And I really love Genesis. I notice in Genesis, it's never the same day twice. In the beginning, God said, something. Let there be something. The next day, let there be something else. Day 3, you know what else would be cool? Let that be 2. All right? And at the end of every day, God said, it's good. At the end of day 7, God said, very good. Or was it day 6? But here's what I noticed. Some details really don't matter to me. But here's one that does. Sing to the Lord a new song. The virgin birth. Genesis. To me, these are tiny little hints as far as how to really live a life worth living. And to assert, every day is the same, or that person is the same, or you always, or you never. And by the way, we all do this. I'm not pointing my finger at anyone. I'm asking you to notice everyone can do this. It's an option. To assert sameness is an option. If things stay the same, something's going to get worse. That's what we do as humans. We settle into stories. And stories always have drama, and stories always have dilemma. On the other hand, a state can have anything. When a desire beckons, you can accept it or you can reject. Your desires are divine in origin. They come from you. Neville Goddard says God speaks to man through the medium of his basic desire. He also says God speaks to man only through the medium of his basic desire. And he gives some cautions like, by the way, what is not a basic desire? How you want to make it happen. Whenever you get stuck in the hows, or you can't figure out the hows, you enter hell. How equals hell. And you notice hell pretty much it's the same thing for everyone. It's hell. On the other hand, desires are unique, desires are personal, and there's power in personal. Neville taught that every desire has its own plan and its own power of fulfillment. That's divine. And it's a package deal. When you accept the desire in its richness and its fullness, you accept its plan and you accept its power. In other words, I like that. I care for that. Versus being careful about that. Or controlling about that. You ever try to control another human being? Ever have one try to control you? Not fun, is it? Caring, on the other hand, caring is sharing. Caring is sharing an experience. Caring is sharing an adventure. Caring is realizing, something pivotal happened. A virgin birth. A birth without history. A birth out of the blue. The moment a desire is upon you. You notice Mary said, yes. More, please. Bring it. This is what you get to do. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. I invite you to the virgin birth. Notice the moment a desire is upon you and surrender to its richness. Don't try to figure out its plan. Don't try to figure out its fulfillment. If you want richness, surrender to it. Then there's Genesis. You know what? We all have routines. We do. We all have routines. And that's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's a routine thing, isn't it? Some routines are useful. Some aren't. Chop wood, carry water. I suspect that's a useful routine while you're here on planet Earth. What's not a useful routine is bitching about it, being a victim about it. And we all do that too. Routinely. And you can walk away from that at any time. Neville Goddard says that it happens in the twinkle of an eye. You ever see someone worth falling in love with? It happens in the twinkle of an eye. Your rationals want to get in the way. Neville Goddard says that's only the interference. You like interference? Go rational. I can promise you, if you try to go rational, you got irrational very quickly. And being irrational kills your magical. And I'm inviting you to magical. So we've got something cool starting up right now. Remarkable 2025. We're going to dive into the 12 disciples. We already are in a cool little chat, but it goes official on January the 1st. First group calls in mid-January. And I invite you to join us. If you're a no, don't bother even clicking on the page. If you're a maybe, click on it. If you're a yes, dive in now. And if you're a maybe, I invite you to reach out to me and say, hey, I'd like to tell me more. Help me understand. Because here's the deal. If you want more of the same, assume it's always going to be the same. And being the same, it's just going to get worse, isn't it? Then there's the lesson of Genesis. Every day, something different. What if every day you danced in something delightfully differently? Remember the virgin birth? In the twinkle of an eye, I can accept something lovely as true that changes everything in the whole world. In the twinkle of an eye. Sing to the Lord a new song. If you ever find yourself repeating the same old arguments, having the same old aggressions, and we've all done this, and we all probably will again, sing to the Lord a new song. Because unless you're singing to the Lord a new song, you're not going to dance the dance you came here to dance. You're going to defend. You're going to attack. And we all can do that when we forget our divinity and we settle for simply humanity. You are the dance between the two, humanity and divinity. God born as man, man born as God. It's Christmas. For God's sake. Be blessed and be the blessing. And let's imagine something yummy as we go into the silence. All right. Here's the invite, joinremarkable.com. You can join us anytime, but the theme changes in January. We're doing the 12 disciples. If you want to join later in the year, you can. I'd invite you to join in now, just for fun, because that first disciple sets the stage in the coolest ways. And the way we're exploring it already, to me, is breathtaking, life-changing. So that's joinremarkable.com. Have a great day. See ya.